Hey guys, it is another weekend in Brisbane. It's a bit brisk but sunny at the same time today. I'm just waiting to get past these cars. I'm actually not in the city today. I am in Lutwyche, but I'm not heading back to the city. I'm heading to further out of Brisbane. I'm heading towards Morayfield. Let's wait for these cars. I'm going to be here for a bit. I think there's a whole bunch of cars trying to get out. So, yeah, I'm stuck on this corner. So, yeah, there's been a delay, as usual, you know me. It's meant to have had a video out last week. And I planned actually for 2 videos, but my computer's slowly dying, so I had to get my replacement up and running, which is a new Mac Mini. I've been running an iMac since 2012 actually, so as old as the hills, and it was on its last leg, and I kind of knew that it was gonna give up the ghost when it started to tell me that I could no longer access my cloud drives from my Finder, which is, if I'm talking to a Windows person, it's Explorer. So Finder is the Apple version of Explorer, and I had an app that allowed me to access my my Google Drives via Finder. So let's see if these cars. No, I'm stuck. But anyway, so yeah, they stopped working, and Google just kept spitting these warning messages at me that I need to upgrade and blah blah blah. And I knew that security-wise, hold that thought. I'm just going to try and sneak through. Okay, I'm through. Bit of a traffic jam there. So yeah, I said, you know what? It's time to get out the Mac Mini, and I've had it for about a year, but I bought it off a friend, but I hadn't had time. Well, I did have time. I'm being lazy. You know me. I always have time. I promise these things and they never eventuate. So I'm going to try a bit of jaywalking here. Anyway, so today's non-TTRPG as usual. I'm picking up some manga books for my friend. And yeah, all the way out in the sticks, all the way at Morayfield actually, which is practically another town. Anyway, just gonna cross some more roads. 1 second. There we go, I'm back. So I got off at the wrong bus. Sorry, no. I was meant to take a train, but I got on a bus and went to the wrong suburb because I got my locations mixed up. So now I am righting my wrongs and heading to the closest train station to get to Morayfield. In regards to videos, I've been ruminating on all my backup of videos and what I've planned to do, and yeah, let's start with when I was talking in the last video about a game called Ancestral Trail. I was going to make a card game based on their cards because I thought there wasn't a game related. This is how underground the card game of Ancestral Trail. Okay, so Ancestral Trail as itself, the magazines are not well known. The card game side of it is even further unknown to most people. And I say this because even the official I don't know if it's official, Ancestral Trail website doesn't have anything related to the game or the rules. Just cards. It gives you the cards and it gives you a breakdown on the characters and that, but nothing else. And you know how I found it? Facebook. Someone's post on a fan Facebook group. So someone had posted, and I had to search for it because it was I think it was a year or two old or something, I think. So I had to search cards in the group search function. You know, in Facebook groups you can search that little magnifying glass. So I searched cards and I found the post, and there was actually he took photos. The guy who was selling, I think he was selling it, or it might have been like a score. Like, this is what I bought. I can't remember exactly, but he showed pictures of the rules, so there actually is a game, and it's not a Magic the Gathering like battling armies that I'm aware of. I think it's like a map, so it's like a quest thing. So there's like a map, and then you've got to travel throughout the various locations of the Ancestral Trail world, and I might put the links in the description below, or in the next video I'll show you some screenshots of this post. But like, luckily I didn't go down that route, because I'd started planning what all the stats meant and how to interact into some kind of combat game, very similar to Magic the Gathering, with some differences. Like, I was going to make it that you needed like bases for the hit points, so you can build up little bases and you can put some of your monsters in them, and that. And instead of having, because in Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh, I believe, the player has all the hit points, so I was going to make it different, that you had various bases, like buildings, towers, castles, etc., or just whatever, like some kind of location that's relevant to that race. And I was working on the mechanics, and I'd been doing this for about a month, and I got stumped at one part where I was trying to figure out how to correlate some of the points, because the card was really strange. It had all the stats, but then it had a total, and then it had like an evil good rating, and I was like, how does that work in? Anyway, my life, hey? Working on something that probably would have only had 10 views, and then found out later that it was already a thing. It already had a system, and those points were for a reason. I'm going to try and contact that guy and see if I can get the rules for the game, because I would like to eventually scan those cards in if I can. It's out of print, so I'd like to play it. But anyway, I decided to do some of my other crazy side tangent stuff whilst working on the main video, because the next main video is my other Shadowdark drop, which is Orbost, the City of Knives, and another dragon drop location. But I wanted to do some other stuff. Like, I came up with an idea for a YouTube video game idea thing. Sort of started mucking around with that. Started looking at doing that Amazon review and some of those other horror stories. I mean, I know the horror stories get a lot of views, but damn, it's sort of like you got to wade through so much crap to find some good stories, or even something that's fascinating. Because as you know, there already are YouTubers who make their living out of horror stories, and I don't really want to be one of them. I do want to do it as a side thing, but I know it gets all the views, and I think that's probably why they do it. And views for home brew stuff, like my last video, which I thought was going to go down well, and it didn't really succeed as good as the other ones. The As Lazari, I should have done some more screenshots of the of the pages, so that you could see what was in the ebook that I was providing, but I never did. So maybe people thought when they saw the video it was just on that race, but I had stat blocks for various of the half races and quest plot hooks and locations and gods and various other stuff. It's all about marketing, guys. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna work on Orbost. I don't know the future of this account. Like, I'm going to keep going, obviously, and it's going to be TTRPG, fantasy stuff. But because TTRPG is such a very niche direction, I might go down a narrative route. If I get better at this animation stuff, I might start making my own series, but that's still a bit further away. I'm still gauging how to use the various tools. But I will never give up on my TTRPG stuff. So at the moment, it's the core focus of the channel. But I mean, It's a long mountain to climb, but I will get there. Hell, I'm not even 500 subs yet, which is the goal for this year. Whether I get it or not, it's another question. So yeah, I used to actually live in this suburb many moons ago, Lutwich. It's a nice place. It's very sort of family orientated. She lived on the other side of the main road, but they've changed a lot since I've been here. It's like, anyway, I'm just waiting for the lights to go green. I see the train roaring in the background. Yeah, other than that, what else? Orbost. Started stuffing around with perspective and isometric battle maps, and started, I might show a bit of sample of what I came up with that, just a bit of noodling around. I'm having a mind blank. I'm sure there's like a million things I was meant to be doing. Yeah, I was going to do a quick video on Shadowdark's OGL or whatever it is, scandal, but I know those news videos, they get a lot of views. I don't really want to go down that route, so I might sort of I might just not do any more of those kind of update videos anymore. I know I was doing some of them for a while, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's very clickbaity, but I mean, it's guaranteed an audience, but I don't really follow too much. I mean, I do follow the news. I do follow the TTRPG news. I do, but I just don't invest too much time in the drama and the scandals. And I know, like horror stories, that's where the views are. Anyway, it's been freezing in the last few days, and today it's quite sunny, so a bit shocked about that. I think I've gone the wrong way, but I know where I'm going now. This hooker right here. So I'm going out to Morayfield. I used to live there too, years ago. It's sort of near Chermside. Not Chermside, sorry, Caboolture. Yeah. So I'll just go back this way. I am lost. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. 1 second. Actually, you know what? Why don't I call it here? We're in a lovely little park here. I'm going to sit down, check my map, see where I'm going. I'm sort of in the middle of the train station track. Where I think the station is either left or right, and I've got to figure out which way I'm going. So I will talk to you later. Peace.